everyone. My name is Christine Schrodel and I'm with Keller Williams Arizona Realty. Thank you so much for tuning in to my weekly market update reports. Now, for those of you who tuned in last week, you know that we are still in an extreme seller's market here in the Valley. We still have just about 3 months of inventory valley-wide, which makes us an extreme seller's market. As you know, as I've preached over the past several months, 6 months is a balanced market. Anything under is a seller's market. Anything over is still a buyer's market. So let's get into a little bit of the numbers this week by price band. I kind of want to go over where do we see extreme seller's markets and where do we see some buyer opportunities still. So if we look at the market by price bands, anything about 300,000 and under is in an extreme seller's market. As you can imagine, the lower we go in that price range, the less inventory there is available and the more buyers there are available for that inventory. If we are down in the 150 range and below, we have just a little bit over 2 months of inventory. So for you first-time home buyers or you investors out there, this is a battle to get a property, and make sure that you come prepared. When we go from about 300 to 500, we're in a balanced market and it leans just a little bit toward the buyer favor. So we've got anywhere from about 6 to 8 months of inventory in those price bands. So if you're shopping in those price bands, keep in mind you might have a little bit of leverage with your sellers. And for those of you who are listing in those price bands, keep in mind the market is just a little bit softer there, so you may have to do a little bit more give and take in your negotiations. When we go from 500,000 up, we are actually still valley-wide in a buyer's market. We've got anywhere from 8 months to 1 year, over 1 year of inventory if you get up into the $3 million and higher market. So typically about 8 months to 1 year of inventory. So buyers, if you're buying in that luxury market, keep in mind again that you will have a little bit of upper hand on your sellers in order to get a little bit of price movement out of them. I want to talk a little bit about appreciation valley-wide. If we talk about it valley-wide, we've seen 5% appreciation year over year. That's fantastic. We are seeing a rebound, absolutely what we want to see here valley-wide. If we look at it by price band, from 125 to 150, we have actually seen an 8% appreciation year over year. 8% is phenomenal and what we'd want to see in a very healthy market. When we go to 150 to 175, we're at 5% appreciation. And then we kind of bounce all over the place when we're 175 all the way up to 300, 350. And then interestingly enough, 350 to 400 has seen 4.5% appreciation valley-wide. So it's our other little hot pocket of price for sellers and buyers. And interestingly enough, 1 to 1.5 million, we've also seen 4.5% appreciation. So there's a lot of buying activity going on in the Valley. As a reminder, I think we talked about this last week. We actually saw the lowest prices in the Valley. August of 2011, we were down to $79 a square foot on average, valley-wide. And today we are at $87 a square foot valley-wide. So nice and strong, great recovery. I want to talk about just a couple other things before we wrap it up for the week. A couple little stats. 40% of our sales here in the Valley are still cash. 28% of our sales are going to investors. So 72% are going to owner-occupants. Our trustee sales, so that would be our notices of trustee sale, which is our short sales, that we have seen a drop in volume this month. 25% below the rate of last month. So again, great news. We're seeing the Valley recover, less and less notice of trustee sales. However, for those of you who are out there trying to get a bank-owned listing or maybe a buy and flipper, it's a little bit harder right now. And interestingly enough, 58% of all sales that are sold on the courthouse steps, so actually the trustee sale, the foreclosure sale, are actually going to buyers. So we've got a lot of investors and a lot of savvy buyers down at the courthouse steps picking up those properties. And our average price per square foot for pending listings this month has risen 5% over last month. So that's looking really good for us valley-wide. Overall, again, really healthy market. One last point I wanted to make. We are having a shortage right now of properties up to about 300,000. So sellers, if you've been on the fence about selling, this could be a great time to get your home on the market because we are looking for listings. There's not enough inventory out there, as I mentioned by these charts, by price band. So it's a great time to slide in. You'll have the upper hand in the negotiation and get your home sold quickly and for the top dollar it can bring. If you have any questions at all or you'd like any of these charts emailed to you, please contact me. I can be reached at 480-236-8649 or christine.schrodel@gmail.com. And again, I'm Christine Schrodel with Keller Williams Arizona Realty. We're here to help you with any of your buying and selling needs, so please contact me anytime. Have a great week. I'll talk to you next week.